Yo, it's two beasts, man. Wow, man. That okay, so obviously by the title, you know what I mean? I watched the fight. I know people got their feelings about Jake Paul. They can't stand that man. That, it is what it is. But, you know, I I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm ready for the dislikes. I understand it. I picked Jake Paul. And the only reason I picked Jake Paul is because picking against him has not fared well for people lately. You know what I'm saying? Like, not only that, but the age, you know what I'm saying? And despite how people feel about him, at the very least, I feel like he is taking it serious. And someone his age that is taking it serious, you feel what I'm saying? Going up against a 47-year-old, it's like, at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? He might do that shit. Um, as far as Anderson Silva goes in the MMA community, I mean, I feel like people overreacting in terms of MMA being embarrassed. People got to understand, like, Anderson Silva, I want to say lost at least like 60, 70% of his like last 10 fights in MMA. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not like MMA is being embarrassed or anything. I mean, you got a guy that's out of his prime still participating in combat sports. And you know what I'm saying? He didn't gas or anything like that. He looked pretty fresh, you know what I'm saying, going into those later rounds against Paul. But at the end of the day, like, I think MMA fans need to relax. You feel what I'm saying? It's not that big of a deal because it's not like, perfect example. It's not like he went out there against someone like a Izzy Adesanya, you feel me? And then outpointed Izzy over the course of 8 rounds. Someone that's like currently in the prime. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's not like he went out there against like a Kamaru Usman or something where, these people are currently in their prime. You feel what I'm saying? And not to mention also, we all know if they met in the MMA cage, Anderson Silva's going to submit him within like 30 seconds. More than likely. I'd say a minute and a half tops. You feel me? So it's not like MMA got embarrassed. This was boxing. This was against someone who was 47. I'm not trying to make excuses, this, that, and the other, but what I'm trying to sell the point of is MMA fans, no, this is not an embarrassment, okay? It's not that serious as you seem. But, I haven't seen like all the comments and this, that, and the other, but I feel like I know a lot of people are mad. I know people can't stand Jake Paul. I'm a former like hardcore pro wrestling fan. I'm still a hardcore wrestling fan, but at the end of the day, I just don't actively watch it now. But you could turn on an AEW show and I'll tune in and completely be entertained thoroughly. You feel me? So it's like I come from that background and I love a good heel. You feel what I'm saying? I just do. I can't help it. Someone like a Kevin Owens, you know what I'm saying? Those type of, pro wrestlers were just cool as hell to me in terms of their ability to be a heel. And that's what Jake Paul is. You feel what I'm saying? He's a heel. That's the reality. In a lot of people's eyes, that's just what it is. And I can't get mad at him because people said he wouldn't even take the fight. People said Silva's gonna knock him out, da 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 da. These are people that are fighters, former fighters, analysts, saying that Anderson was gonna knock him out, and he outpointed him for 8 rounds. You feel what I'm saying? So, not much to really cover in the fight. I feel like for the most part, when it came down to it, Silva, when he wasn't pressuring, and he like specifically in that first round, I know he was trying to like maybe gauge him, get his distance and like a couple other like just making reads, I would assume, taking that first round off, but it proved to probably be to his detriment to give him any rounds because it was close and up until that knockdown. And I feel like even without the knockdown, I think he would have had it 5-3. You know what I'm saying? I think they gave him that 10-8 because of that knockdown. But, and, forgive me for any mistakes. I don't follow boxing at all. As I said, you know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of heels. And Jake Paul is one of the biggest heels in the business right now of combat sports. So, yeah, man. Congrats to Jake Paul. It is what it is. Appreciate Silva going out there and still competing. You know, that's a fighter right there. You feel what I'm saying? You know, all props go to him, respect to both men, but MMA fans, please relax. It is not that real, dog. It'll be okay. MMA has not been embarrassed because this was not an MMA fight. Remember that. It's two beasts, y'all.